Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to use Procreate on the iPad Pro to do your own graffiti design using the software. So you can see I've got my iPad out, Apple Pencil, and we'll get started. First off, I'll select Procreate. So I'll go on there, select my canvas. I'll probably go with an A4 canvas. Click on it, that's open, rotate it, and I'm ready to go. So, select paintbrush. I'll go with sketching. Probably start with a pencil first. Go with black. We're going to do dank only. Maybe not. So I've just rubbed out the D and I'm going to try and sketch in another D. So I'm thinking something a bit more wild. Minimize that. So I've got my rough letters. I've got like a banning circle here, a bit like the Ghostbusters. I might have a weed leaf in there popping out. I think that could work. So I've got my sketch now. I've done a solid outline. I'm happy with my letters. I've got the layers here on the side, so you've got the layer icon there. Layer 2 is what I've done the black lines. Layer 1 is what I did the pencil sketch. So I'm now going to click on layer 1. Because I don't need it, I can delete it. So I slide it to the side, delete. There we go, that cleans that up. Now you can see got nice clean lines here. I'll zoom right in. Dank only. I'm going to have a cannabis leaf in there and might put a 420 somewhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer. So if I slide it to the left, we have a button here called duplicate. It will just copy this image twice. So if I mess up on one layer, I've got it saved on another, just in case. And I'm going to go here and go to add, insert a photo, go to all photos, find my image of the weed leaf, I'll insert this. I will delete all of this around the outside. Just get my rubber, change the background colour to red, put it on the max, and I'll just scribble this out, get rid of this on the outside of the leaf. And then what I can do is go on here to automatic, click on the white. That selects that area. I'm going to select that bit, go to my rubber and just rub out the rest of it, like that. And it's all gone. Deselect it, turn my background back to black, no, white, and I will select the leaf, bring it down, move it, twist it, something like this. The leaf quite big. We can distort it. Distort, maybe warp it, make it a bit natural. That. And what you can do is put this on the layer below, so we keep that and change the layer like that, so it's underneath now. What I want to do is add a red ring around the leaf, so I will click on that layer 2 which is above the leaf, and then I'll go to here and select a red, and then nice red there. drag that red into the circle like that, and we want to bring some parts of the leaf out of the circle, so we can go up here, adjustments, opacity, reduce the transparency of the red. We can see the leaf underneath, and then I'll just take the rubber, I'll zoom in on the leaf and then make my rubber size a bit smaller. Just, oops, it's too much. Just where the green is, that's where the leaf is, that's where you want to rub out the red. Like that, and you just work your way around where you want the leaves to poke out. Of the symbol. And if I change the opacity now, you can see the leaf is on top, so I'll do that with the other leaves. So this is important. This is where you need your duplicated layer. Remember at the beginning I duplicated the layers, so I had this one down here which is untampered with, which will allow me to select all these letters. So now I've selected the letters, I can paint those in whatever colour I want without it going into the rest of the piece. So if I go onto this and click another layer, so it will paint the selected letters on a different layer, so it's not going to interfere with that layer. So now I can get, what would be good, maybe some greens, green there, select an airbrush or spray can, could use that. So now we have our brush it in, and change the green for a lighter green. And change the brush, that nozzle, pump it all the way up. I want a darker green. I think those are quite nice dank colours, and we can probably add some spray can again, or maybe an airbrush, soft brush, add some purple, no, some orange lines, give it a go. No. Too big. Probably a different brush, maybe try the light brush. dank orange. Oop. Okay, so we've looked at layers and how to use layers. So if you remember, I spoke about duplicating a layer and using that to help you use your fill and use it for selecting the inside areas of your piece so you can play around with different fills. Also, moving along, I've changed the background colour to a black and I've changed the outline colour to a white, as I feel that that's more effective. So just a little explanation into how I'm getting the shading in these gaps. I'm zooming in, then I'm going to this icon up here, selection tool, and go to freehand, which allows you to draw a section of your 3D. So you just sort of follow the, that's a bit wobbly, you just follow the lines and then you get the brush tool, which is currently under airbrush, and I've got a grey, a dark grey, and I just sort of brush where I think the shadow will be behind there, and the selection stops it from going on the rest of the artwork. Then you deselect, and that's how you get the shadows. So I want to cast a shadow underneath the leaves of the cannabis leaf and onto the letter fills. Now to do this, I'm probably going to create another layer. So to create another layer, I'm going to click this plus button here. It's created me a new layer. I'm going to select the brush tool, some soft brush. Then I'm going to go with a bit of a darker colour, maybe a darker grey, like that. If we zoom in, check that we're working on the right layer. Just brush that on underneath the leaves, maybe make the size of it a bit smaller. It just gives that 3D effect. I notice that it's not appearing on the red, so I will go onto the red layer and probably do this underneath. Hasn't quite worked, we'll undo that, make it smaller. Bigger. Okay. Well, I think that works nicely anyway, it gives it a bit more depth. I also feel that the inside of the letters could do with something. So if we go with the fill and we get dark green, something like that. I'm just going to try, this is an experiment. No, it's not worked. Oh yes, so that would be why. Go to our previous layer, turn all these off. And this is what we do to select. You use automatic, you select your letters again. So now we've got all the letters selected, we can go to the layer that we want which is this layer, and we can turn all the layers back on so we can see what's happening. And just now it's selected, we can just dust in around the edges. So I think maybe I will go along the right hand edges. Click that. It's too big. Can rub out parts of it as well. Oh, no, maybe not. We can undo bits of it. Nope. So adding this sort of shadow on the right side edge has definitely brought the outline forward, giving it more of a 3D feel and emphasizes the lines. So I'm pleased with that. I think I might add some smoke or something a little bit extra to jazz this up, and then I'm happy that it's done. Not sure on the colour to use, but I might go with maybe a purple smoke. I'm not sure. So the brush I've chosen to use is this light pen, which is found under Luminance light pen, and I've put it on quite a high setting. I like it because it sort of has different thicknesses, and I'm going to try and make this flow in and out. I don't quite like that bit, but maybe something coming out from there. That's quite cool. Try an orange. There you have it. Dank only. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. A quick recap over what I've done is I did a pencil sketch to start with on the first layer. Then I did a proper sketch over my pencil lines with a pen on another layer. I duplicated that layer. I used the duplicated layer to select the fills in order to create another layer, which I then practiced different types of fills. So it's all about using your layers in the layer box of Procreate in order to build up your piece, and it's the order from the bottom to the top, so anything going up will be on top of the last layer. I hope that's helpful. As you can probably tell, I'm doing a lot of these videos from home now as I'm self-isolating, and I'm just passing the time by. So if you have any requests, please like, subscribe and share my videos. Leave a comment in the section below. You can also get in touch with me on Instagram. That's Demograffix on Instagram. Yeah, and I hope to hear from you all soon.